Welcome back to I Know Football. I have another review for you guys today. This one is going to be comparing two different helmets, both from Riddell, the Revo Speed and the Revo 360. So, in a lot of my reviews, you guys ask me questions, which helmet is better? Hey, I think the Speed is better. No, the 360 is better. So, this video is going to settle it for you. Definitely going to go over all the differences and tell you which helmet is better. So they look the same. The helmets definitely look the same. They have the same shell shape, as you can see, and things like that. But there actually are tons of differences between these two helmets. To be honest, the Revo 360 is newer than the Revo Speed. That was released almost 5 years ago now. They have made some updates to it, but the 360 is the newest helmet released just last year, and they did make a lot of improvements. So I'll be covering all those today, and we're actually going to start with the face mask. So these two helmets here have the same face mask, the 2-bar LW face mask. So if you've seen my face mask video, the 2-bar means that you just have these 2 bars here for skill position players, and they do not have the additional eye guards at the side. Both these helmets don't have the eye guards. And then LW, both for lightweight. So the Speed actually can come with a non-lightweight face mask, but for this comparison, I wanted two comparatively equipped helmets for you, so that would be a fair review. But just looking at the face mask, so you see that they do look very similar. One of the main differences that you're going to have is going to be the quick release points. So on the Speed, you can see that it's only got 2 quick release points on the side here. There goes one, and the other one on that side, and 2 normal screws, which are very hard to take out. If you check my video on how to take apart a Speed, you'll see how difficult it can be. With the 360, you've got 4 quick release points all the way around, so it does make the face mask stick out wider at the side and come back a little bit further. But it does allow you to remove the face mask so quick for face mask changes, or for visor changes, or for a player who's been injured. The other important part of the difference between the face mask is going to be this top bar here. So you can see that Riddell included, so there are 2 bars that come across and they meet at the top on this side. And on this helmet, it's just 2 bars that come all the way across. And when you put the helmets on, it does impede your visibility a little bit. So you have this extra bar here that does kind of show when you're looking at the helmet and you're looking out. So it blocks some of your visibility. On this helmet, on all the 360 face masks, they have this bar, and as it comes around, it actually comes up to give you a more wider range of visibility. So therefore, obviously, the face mask on the 360, in my opinion, is going to be a lot better because of the visibility as well as the quick release points. The other difference between these two are going to be the shell design. So as you see, they are very similar, right? Kind of have that alien look, whatever you want to call it. It kind of like, pops out at the back here. They both have that mohawk design that comes across at the top. One main difference is this mohawk design, it ends here, but then it comes out at the top. So you do have this portion, and we'll cover why the difference of why this is here. On this helmet, it comes straight down. It's kind of hard to see on black, but you can see it comes straight down versus coming out to the side. The other difference is going to be the amount of vent holes. So you can see the ear hole here, and then you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on this helmet, you've got the ear hole here, and you can count 1, 2, 3 vent holes. So this does have 2 additional vent holes, although these are a little bit bigger, but this has more vent holes than that. So you would think that this helmet, the 360, is going to be a little bit cooler than the Speed. So that's another plus for the 360 over the Speed. The other thing is just in the design of the helmet. So you can see here how it's a little more contoured at the back, which is the reason why they have this smaller Riddell sign, which is kind of reminiscent of the original Revolution helmets, versus the Speed, which doesn't have this contour here. There's no contour, so it allows the tag at the back to come all the way to the outside. So that's one main difference. When looking at a helmet, you can look right at the back and know, hey, is it a speed or is it a 360? So the other thing is the break-in period. The break-in period for these helmets is actually the same. So they are, you know, kind of that traditional foam helmets with the added protection inside of the air bladder as well as the overliner. But they do have a break-in period. So if you've seen my other helmet reviews, I've said the 360 is very comfortable, and it is. I do think it's a little more comfortable than the Speed. They're both very comfortable helmets, but they both definitely require a break-in period. Which brings us to the inside of the helmet, which is where some of the main differences are. So originally I talked about you know, having this little mohawk difference here and why that's different than the Speed. The 360 has a whole new face frame, they call it. So on the inside of the helmet, you have this pad here, which is actually a very hard, I don't know if it's foam or something else, a very hard material in here that's to prevent against concussions and some of those hard, brutal hits on the inside. And that's right at the forehead here, and if you've had a Speed, you know how hard that padding is. Of course, with the overliner, it is a little bit more comfortable. And if you look at the 360, it's got that same hard portion here. It's a little bit more comfortable with the overliner, but that hard portion actually extends all the way through the side. So the face frame is this whole portion, and I know it's difficult to see because it's dark, but it's that whole portion all the way through the side of the helmet. So if you looked at the outside, that portion comes all the way through here and all the way down the side. So that's added protection for those brutal frontal hits that you can take, and that's something that this Speed doesn't have. Also looking on the inside, you can see just the overliner. There's a hexagonal pattern inside of the 360, and I'm going to try to remove some of this just so you guys can see what it looks like. So you see how many the hexagonal pattern inside versus what's in here. So you can see this padding. So you see that difference versus this difference means that each of these little pods are going to be closer to your head, which is going to be a more custom, unique fit, a more custom fit for your specific head shape that's going to make the helmet more comfortable. It's also going to protect you a lot more. So you see there's more padding in here than there actually is in here. On the outside, in addition to the difference on the inside, is going to be the number of air inflation points. So on the 360, you've got 3 inflation points. You've got one here, the second one at the middle, and you've got the third one at the back. And on here, you've got one at the top, that's not an inflation point right there, and then you've got the third one at the back. So you've got 2 inflation points to the 360's 3 inflation points. And what that means is this is going to give you a more custom fit, again, just making it more comfortable. The other difference between these two is the weight. So my scale isn't that great. That's something that I have to work on, getting a better scale. But on the scale of these helmets, they did weigh the same. I'm pretty sure the 360 is a little bit heavier. It feels a little bit heavier, not by much, but I do think it is heavier, but the scale said that they were the same weight. And then the price. There is a big price difference, and that's where the Speed does win, besides weight, because obviously it's a little bit lighter. But the Speed is cheaper by about $110. So you can get, you know, a comparably equipped Speed for $288 on Riddell's website, with the 2-bar lightweight face mask, with the inflatable jaw pads, as well as the hard cup chin strap, just like the 360, but that is going to run you about $390. So next is just see how they look, because they do look a little bit different when you do wear them, mainly because this face mask has the 4 quick release points, so it does come wider. And if you see my videos, you've seen me in a 360, but I will try them on and show you what they look like. Here's the front view, and here's the side view, and here's the back view. Alright, so that concludes my review of the Revo Speed versus the Revo 360. Obviously, I think the Revo 360 is better. I have both helmets. I've played in both helmets, so I think I'm qualified to say. But let me know what your thoughts are. And if you liked the video, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends. I'll see you next time.